Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be discussing what I think the best things about the Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Super Action Statue line is. It's kind of a top 5 list, it's not really in any particular order, but it's just what I think the best thing about these figures are. I'm going to be reposing my part 6 figures that you can see here whilst I talk about this because I don't really have anything to show on screen. But it's good because there's a lot of things about these which are worth discussing in this list. So I thought it'd be a good thing to show, and then you can sort of see how I pose. I don't really think about the poses as I do them. I just kind of fit them all around. But yeah, I've had these guys in these poses for quite a while, so thought I'd do that too. Just a quick one to mention before, which isn't really part of this list. I appreciate that these all come with stands, and I didn't think it's something I would put on the list, but it's just something I want to call out because I've been collecting a lot of SHF recently, and none of those do, and it really limits what you can do with the poses. I could never do something like this diver down pose. Sorry, he's a bit high on camera, but I couldn't do anything like that with an SHF because, I mean, you just don't have the stand. You can't have them hovering over the ground or anything. So yeah, that's just a quick bonus top thing. But onto the top 5 list. What I've put at number 5 is the overall quality. So I'll take Jolene off the stand here and just quickly show her. So you can just see how well detailed she is with the paint on her face. And I did discuss this in my top 10 list of her that she was in. But I just think obviously there are some characters which have bad QC, and you'll find that with every line. But I think just in general, I mean, these are painted figures which you don't get that much of. I mean, even if you look at other ones like what am I saying? Like Bandai, their SHF, they're not painted. Some of them have paint, but most of it is just molded plastic in different colors. Whereas this is all just a blank slate, and they paint it from head to toe. So I really appreciate that and how well it's done for the most part. If we take a look at White Snake as well, I've just dropped his disc. But you can see like all of the details around him with the DNA sequence. It's just really cool, and the overall quality of it is so good. I have maybe cheated a little bit by having part 6 figures here because they are the best in terms of quality overall, I would say. But yeah, that's my number 5 pick for this. It's just overall the quality is just great on all of these figures. Number 4 is the accessories. And again, this is just something that I've noticed more as I collect other lines, that these really come with a lot of accessories. I mean, White Snake has his discs, which you just saw there. And for the most part, all figures come with really good accessories. You can see Kiss has her. Let me take her off. She has her little sticker there. This is actually the second Kiss I've bought because I did lose that sticker. So this one is a bit of a pain, but I mean, it's good that she comes with it. I think Anasui, so these parts that I have on Diver Down, let me just pop him off. These stand effects, I think, actually come with Anasui, but obviously, I mean, if you're going to get the user, you're going to get the stand. So I think it's just cool I can add these on here. It makes him a little bit more dynamic, add something to him. I've got some other ones here too, like part 4, Killer Queen comes with this, what's it called, Stray Cat, which is nice. You can also take him off and then put him inside Killer Queen's belly, and that's pretty cool as well, just like it is in the show or in the manga. I've got some part 5 ones here as well. So you've got, oh, he's facing the wrong way. You got Mr. Turtle. I can't remember what this guy's called. Never mind, someone can let me know in the comments below. You've got Notorious Big, who's pretty cool, like a miniature version of him, if he will focus. And then I think this guy's called Zucchero. I can't remember. It means sugar in Italian, so it's definitely something Italian like that. So yeah, I just think overall the accessories that they come with for the most part really good. I mean, you do get some shitty ones like what's his name? Star Platinum from part 4. He comes with a piece of wood which looks like beef jerky. So that's not really a good accessory, but he still comes with something. So, and what are you going to give Star Platinum, really? So I'm fine with that. Another accessory that, or sort of accessory, like her name, Stone Free, comes with this head, and she's got 2 other heads because her design evolves as you go throughout the story of part 6. So it's just good that they've included those different ones, so you can pick which your favorite one is from the anime or the manga and the anime, which is coming up too. I mean, we did see in the trailer she does have the other head, not the one I've got on her here. She's got the green sunglasses one, but they may move on to that part, that head in the show. So it's good to have the options. Number three is that Medicos are the people making these, or the company making these toys. And the reason that I'm just gonna start reposing these. The reason I've said that about Medicos is because if we had a company like Bandai or Medicom, maybe, who made the real action heroes, if we had a company like them doing them, we may not get the character roster that we get for this, and we may not get the sort of focus on just this one line. So we know that Medicos have done a few other things. Like, I mean, recently they picked up Fist of the North Star, but they've done a few characters for Tokyo Ghoul, Parasite, those sorts of things. But it's good to have a smaller company like them doing the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure line, because there are so many good characters in this show or manga, and you want to have figures of all of them. So if you had a big company like Bandai or Good Smile Company, they may only do a few from each part. So it's good to have a smaller company who can really dedicate all of their resources into this. And it's great that they've been able to give us so many characters. I think there's over 70 at this point. So yeah, I'm really happy that they're the people behind it. I realize that I'm not really doing much reposing because I don't have all the accessories right next to me for the people. So I'll probably not do that. I'll just talk about the figures that I have. But moving on to number two is the different colorways. So I'm not actually a person who collects different colorways. I only have one of multiple colorways, and that's Killer Queen. So here I've got Killer Queen second. I pose them like this, and Killer Queen third. And spoiler for part 8, I pose this guy with Gappy and this guy obviously with Kira. So I think it's cool that you have the choice, and obviously Killer Queen has a very minor role in Jojolion, so I thought it's cool to have the blue one with him and then the pink one with Kira. So the blue one I think just goes well with Gappy, given that he's kind of a sailor, so it gives him, it's like the same color as the sea, so it fits well with him. But I like that you have the option, and it doesn't just apply to these two. For example, if you're a fan of the video games, you've got ones like Caesar, and I think a lot of these characters here maybe are based off video game colors. I'm probably pulling that out of nowhere. I know Jolin's not. But yeah, it's just good to have the choice. You can either go for, if you just want one of each color, you've got the option, or not one of each color, one of each character. You've got the option which color you want to go for. So if you did just want one Killer Queen, and most people will go for the pink because that's what they're used to seeing from the anime. But I mean, I think the blue just looks way nicer anyway. And you've got the option to actually go for this because they make them. So yeah, I like that they've added multiple colorways for each one. Some I think are really pointless, like Mr. Second, the green and white one. I mean, that's kind of just whatever, but you've got the option and it's there, so that's pretty cool. And for number one, I'm going to actually take the camera somewhere else, so I'll be back in just a second. So for my number one pick, I chose character selection. And this kind of ties into the third point I made, where Medicos being a smaller company, they can dedicate their time just to one line. If you think of other lines like Good Smile Company, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh!, they've just done Yugi Figma and Kaiba Figma and Dark Magician Girl. That's only 3 characters, and there's plenty more they could have done. Same with Attack on Titan. You know, you've got the core people here, but there's characters like Hanji that people would want, Zeke, plenty of others. But when it comes to Medicos and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they've given us so many good characters. I wouldn't say all the characters we need, because there's still plenty to come, but we are eventually going to get them because we know that they just love to produce these figures, and we love to buy them. I mean, when you see compared to parts 1 and 2 to part 4, we already start getting loads of characters here, and there are loads of good ones. I'll move to part 5, which is the part with the most figures from this line, and they just look so cool when they're all in one collection, and that really goes that really shows in part 3, because you know that I mentioned that a lot of these are not the best figures, but when you have them all together as a collection, they really, really look cool together. And it makes lots of bad figures, I won't call them bad figures, but lots of okay figures look like a good collection. And then finishing that off with part 7. There's going to be a lot more characters coming here. Part 8's in the background. We know we're going to see more characters there. So just the character selection that we get from this line is my number 1 pick. And that's everything I wanted to say. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to do a top 5 worst things about this line too, so stay tuned for that. That'll be out whenever I decide to put that out. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.